Hello, what's up guys? It's me, Dasyrian, and today I want to talk about a problem I've had on my head for a very long time. It's the Battlefield versus the Call of Duty argument. Now, this argument has been around forever as far as I know. It's been around since Call of Duty 2 and Battlefield 2. It's been around since Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3. It's been around since Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield 4. And it sure as hell is around at the time of this video. The Call of Duty Infinite Warfare versus the Battlefield 1 argument. Now, one thing I have to say is there's comparing these two games doesn't make any sense in any way, shape or form. Battlefield is a strategic military first-person shooter that has a heavy emphasis on team play. However, in Call of Duty, it's kind of a game where you hop on it and you do whatever the hell you want. You can play whatever you want. It's not very heavily based on teams. It's like more fast-paced. It's an arcade shooter, and what really bothers me is people keep comparing these games for no reason. Now, let me go into this argument deeply. Battlefield is a more strategic shooter with a lot more elements going through it. You have to think about vehicles, you have to take into consideration what the other team is playing. You have to take into consideration the objective, which is to capture the flags. And, you have to think about lots of things. You have to think about your team, you have to think about what classes is your team picking. In Battlefield, your team makes your playstyle, not yourself. In Battlefield, if you see your team going all offensive, you may want to go back and go as a medic, try to help everyone out, while if you see your team is heavily laid back, it's all dependent on your team actually. It's all dependent on what strategy you're going. And in Battlefield, if you don't have good communication with your team, you're probably going to lose. In Battlefield also there are different bullet mechanics. If you're a sniper, you have to compensate for the bullet drop and everything. And that's how Battlefield goes. You have to think about aircrafts, you have to be strategic, you have to make good coordination with your team and your squads and everything. However, in Call of Duty, things are different. They are really different. In Call of Duty, you really don't care that much about your team. You make your own playstyle. If you want to go close quarters, if that's your thing, you go submachine gun, or even you go shotguns. If you're a more of a middle-ranged person, you go light machine guns. If you like to go play versatile, to have a versatile gameplay, you go assault rifles. If you more of a person who likes to sit back and take people out one by one, you may use a sniper rifle. Or maybe if you want to play silly, if you're just done with playing seriously and you want to go for that 360 no scope YYX scuff thing bullshit, you just pick your bolt action sniper of choice and then spin around like a B-blade, like an idiot in the middle of the map, and eventually get killed with a 0.001 KD. That's how Call of Duty works. Another difference between these two games is the maps. While Call of Duty has more fast-paced map design, has the ability to like close quarters maps, things like Hijacked from Black Ops 2, like Infection from Black Ops 3, where there are a lot of close quarters areas, but at the same time there are very long sight lines. You have that going for that. However, in other maps, in Battlefield, you have big maps. You have big maps. You have lots of things going in it. You have to pick your spawns. I don't really have many Battlefield maps on the top of my head. I'm not really a Battlefield player. However, I play Battlefield each once in a while, and I must say I really enjoy it. I have nothing against the game. The maps are bigger. There's like it's more I don't know how to describe them. There are not close quarters. There are close quarters areas, but at the end of the day, you have to capture an objective, and around that objective is where most. Sorry, I had to like cough for a second. Anyways, what was I? Oh yeah. In Battlefield, the maps are more based on the objectives. They have houses around them. The objectives are kind of balanced around the map, and that's the point of Battlefield. However, in Battlefield, you only have like one game mode, which is to capture the flag. However, in Call of Duty, you have a plethora of different game modes and a plethora of different modes to play in. You have domination, you have capture the flag, you have team deathmatch, you have free for all, you have gun game. In Call of Duty, it's a more general like feel. You can play it whenever you want, wherever you want. It's a game you play on the get-go. It's really fun. It's really fast-paced. However, the maps for the objective, the maps are not heavily based on the objectives. So certain game modes don't blend well with certain maps. That's at least how I feel. It's like, what map would describe this the most? I would say Infection from. Sorry, another cough. I don't know, something feels weird today. But, however, what was I going to say? Yes, some game modes don't blend well with certain maps. For example, Infection doesn't blend well with any objective mode for that matter. In Safeguard, for example, you have to like go with the robot and escort it to the other side of the map, and you can escort it through a house. So it's really glitchy. It's really unfair for that matter, because people are supposed to be around that robot, covering it and protecting it, and you're just sitting in the house helping people. That's something really bad. The glitch spot happens around many maps. But let me continue. Also, it's not very good for domination, where you have these two houses, and I don't think it's really fit for it. As one part is heavily protected, it has like walls all around it. I think it's the A flag. However, the C flag, you can go to it basically through anywhere, and it's really open around it. And then you have the B flag, which has these two houses and a third house and a wall one spot just all going through on it, and it's really hectic there. It's like I don't get the flow of the map there. However, it's more fit for other maps. For example, you have domination on what's it called? Domination on Hijacked and domination on other maps from Black Ops 2, for example. And one game I think really did this well for all maps is Call of Duty 4, which is personally one of my favorite Call of Duties of all time, with my favorite game of all time, not game actually, my favorite Call of Duty of all time being Black Ops 2. However, let me continue. Then it's like you basically can't compare the two. Battlefield has a real different feel from Call of Duty at the end of the day. Battlefield, I really don't feel well today. However, let me just continue what I was saying. Both of the games have two different feels. It's like Battlefield, you're more stressed out, you're wondering where every enemy is at every moment. It's really hectic. However, in Call of Duty, it's more chilled. Getting killed isn't that much of a matter. In Battlefield, getting killed on certain times may win or lose an entire game sometimes. Things like that happens where you're behind by one ticket, and then you're about to secure it, you're about to secure a win, but then some guy kills you and you lose by one ticket. But in Call of Duty, losing and winning isn't that important. And finally, we have the fun factor. I personally find Call of Duty to be a lot more fun. I personally play it a lot with friends, and I find it's really fun. It's really enjoyable. You can do some really silly stuff. You can try to get all types of things. Call of Duty in general, I think, is my preferred game. Now, last but not least, I want to compare something that's been bothering me for a lot. Now, it's no secret that the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, has been getting a lot of hate, and I personally don't know why. I don't get it. They're trying to support both types of people. If you don't know, people for a while have been wanting Call of Duty to change, to innovate a little, which is about when Call of Duty Ghosts came out. So they did that for two games, Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3, and now they have Infinite Warfare, which appears to be the most innovative out of the three. You have Space Combat, the campaign looks amazing, it looks biblical. Sorry, I just had to sneeze as well, Jesus. And yeah, the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare looks like a good game, but people are complaining because of the setting, because it's set in space. However, with Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, you're getting Call of Duty 4 remastered. For the people who've been saying, oh, Call of Duty needs to go back to its roots, well, here you go, you get it. I just see that people are complaining for no reason, just because it's Call of Duty, just because it's a real yearly release of a AAA title. And I don't personally care that much about the setting or the movement system, as long as it's fun. The Black Ops 3 movement system is biblical. It allows for free movement, it's really good, it feels good, it feels smooth, and at the same time, most battles happen on boots on the ground, because boosting is slow, and it kinda throws you off, and your screen tilts a little. That's something good about it. It's not like Advanced Warfare, where everyone was bunny hopping, which I found to be a lot more fast-paced, but at the same time, a lot more hectic and weird. And then you have the Call of Battlefield 1, which is basically happening in World War One, which people are praising it. Oh, it's the first game to ever go. No, it's not. Go play Verdun, for fuck's sake. And Battlefield 1 looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It looks biblical. The Zeppelin, the weapons, the everything. The sheer volume of destruction. The weapons again. It just looks amazing. The graphics are amazing, and to be honest, I found people like bringing a point that Call of Duty graphics sucks. Well, Call of Duty isn't about graphics, and the graphics are okay for its trying to be. However, personally, I'm going to buy both games next year if I get the chance on the PS4. I'm gonna try to get them both on PS4, and I'm gonna play the shit out of them. Now, personally, I may not enjoy Battlefield as much because, as I said, I'm more into Call of Duty, but who knows? And I don't really think I went through much points of the video, that much, like the setting. I really think that the futuristic setting does not affect the game that much. It's like, the game is not affected by setting, it's affected by its gameplay. But who knows, you might disagree. Anyways, it's been me, Muhammad Dasyrian. I've just given my opinion on Call of Duty versus Battlefield. I personally rather stick to Call of Duty, but at the same time, Battlefield is an amazing franchise. I'm not going to claim otherwise. And now, see you.